My name's Ryan Russell, and I'm going to talk about the dangers of agreement, groupthink. Many times when we think about conflict, we think of times of disagreement. We rarely think about agreement. Jerry Harvey wrote a story, and I'm going to relay part of that story, which shows the danger of agreement. As he tells it, it had been a hot week in Texas. The sun was blistering down, almost boiling the asphalt off the ground. They were sitting on the back porch playing dominoes with a fan, so it was tolerable, but hot. The father-in-law suggests, "Hey, let's go to Abilene. We can go there for some dinner." My wife said it was a great idea. My mom talked about how she hadn't been there in a long time, and I agree because everyone else was so keen to go. So all four pile into the small car. There's no air conditioning, and we drive for 2 hours there, down a dusty road, and then 2 hours back, down an even hotter and dustier road. The trip was mesmerizing in terms of the intensity and the pain that we endured. But once back, great trip, I said. But suddenly, everybody was complaining. I would have preferred to stay here. I just went along to satisfy the group. And another person said, I just went along to be sociable, keep you happy. That's when I realized it had been better if we just stayed put on the porch. Oh, what exactly happened? Well, the conflict arose because the inability to manage agreement was a major source of dysfunction. We need to look more at why this happened. There's a tendency for groups to avoid conflict. People don't want to say anything because they don't want to be labeled the troublemaker or being difficult. The group wants to maintain group homogeneity. So oftentimes they strive for uniformity and they put blinders on to other options. They inaccurately provide information which results in decisions based upon inaccuracies and incomplete information. And in some instances, saying nothing is assumed to be agreement with an idea. So how can we avoid groupthink? Well, there needs to be trust within the group so that people can be vulnerable and state their ideas. In other words, the creation of brave spaces. There needs to be a valuing of others and their perspectives. Clarification of assumptions by asking questions and not assuming other people's intent. We have to be able to tolerate conflict. This should be able to help the group create a thorough research strategy, seek out alternative solutions, and examine risks and shortcomings of their ideas. We need to be aware of cognitive biases like selection bias, which favors data that aligns with your solution and ignores data that contradicts it. Groupthink is a danger to all groups. Awareness of this phenomenon can help groups navigate around this challenge. Maybe sitting on the porch was the best idea after all.